dark and difficult times lie ahead. Soon we must all face the choice between what is right and what is easy.
Hi guys. Well, yesterday, the 26th of June 2019, I had a notification on my phone about just close to midnight, saying that the police were just down the road from me dealing with a man standing on a roof of a building, kind of threatening to throw himself off, wanting to speak to his girlfriend and all sorts of stuff like that. So I thought, wicked, perfect opportunity to test my new Hi-Viz media vest. So I threw some shoes on, put my vest on, and off I went. It's about a 10-15 minute walk from where I am, so off I went. By the time I got there, however, it was all over. So I was a bit gutted about that. So what I've done today is I've made sure that I've on Twitter I've pressed the bell notification, so I get a notification as soon as it's posted from the local police and the local newspapers. But anyway, while I was out, I thought to myself, well, you know, there's actually lots of police buzzing around, so there's obviously lots of things going on in the local area last night. So I thought that I would just see how or if my new high visibility vest drew any attention. And surprise, surprise, it did. Not only by the local constabulary, but also by a fan who I had a rather nice chat with at the end, because as he was driving past, he saw the police were talking to me, and he came back in the hope that the police were still there. But he told me a story about the day after that I was arrested at Crosby Police Station, which is where I got spoken to again last night. The day after I got arrested, he actually went in to complain. But all of that is at the end of this video. Yeah, it was just a chat between me and him. I've blurred his face out. Paul, thank you for the chat. If you're watching this, it's really nice to meet people who watch the channel. And yeah, as I promised you, I have blurred your face out just to keep you, you know, to make sure that you don't get any backlash for supporting a channel such as this. But thank you. It was nice to meet you, and thank you for your support. Anyway, let's get into this. It's not really you know, nothing major happens in this. I do get stopped. I do get questioned, asked for details, etc. But they didn't get them. Anyway, I'll let you see what happens for yourself. Well, these cars have gone past me. We've got a couple more buzzing off down there. There's a police car just gone past me, and I think it's an armed response vehicle. And he's gone right down that end to the traffic lights. He's just about to turn left. Or he's just pulled over. So literally just pulled over with his indicator on. It looks like an armed response vehicle to me as it walks past. I'm going to start walking down and we'll see if he's got anything to say, because I don't know why he might have stopped there. Because as he went down, he was very, very slow. Now it looks like the armed response car has disappeared, but a unmarked BMW X5 or something's just nipped past me. He's put his lights back on now. He turned his lights off for a while, now he's put them back on up the top there. So, tell you what, I'm just going to hang around for a little bit. I need the fresh air. That's not very safe on a police station, look. I mean, it's like 1:05 in the morning and they've got their window wide open. That's not very safe. Wouldn't like to see them get broken into, would we? No, we're actually back at Crosby. Crosby Police Station is just down there on the left. This is St George's Road in oh God, I can't remember where I am. Seaforth. And what we're going to do for a minute is we're just going to hang around for a few minutes and see if anything is said about me being here, this time with my Hi-Viz on. And for those of you that haven't seen my Hi-Viz, media badge, got my action cam, Hi-Viz, got my power bank so the batteries don't die. And we're just gonna hang around for a moment. Oh, here we go, and there's a police car just pulling in there. And he's stopped. And I just completely ignored him. And he's oh no, here he comes. He's turning around now, guys. Here we go. Suppose we're going to get accused of get accused of something here. Yes, thanks. I'm alright. You alright? Good. Getting some pictures and videos of some cars coming up the road. Well, whatever comes up the road, yeah. Why? You can call me. You can call me media. There you go. Yeah, that's what you can call me, media.
You official media, right, sir?
I'm independent media.
Independent for yourself, or for yourself?
Independent. I do my own stuff and publish my own stuff online.
Okay, no worries. You got any forms of identification?
I haven't, mate. No.
No. Okay.
I'm afraid.
Are you willing to provide us with any details at all?
Do I need to?
You don't have to in terms of law, but I'm just asking just so if anyone else comes in, because you're outside the police station.
I'm not going to be here long.
The light will say,
I'm not going to be here long. I've been up the road here earlier with the incident down on South Road.
there's been a couple of incidents which we're dealing with at the moment within this area.
Right, okay.
And the fact, obviously, you're filming very nearby, I don't want you being constantly getting stopped. So if I can say, look, I've spoken to this
that's
chap.
the whole reason why I wear my Hi-Viz, to make it apparent that I'm doing something, and I've got that on the back. So
yeah, but
do you know?
if I can say, look, I've spoken to this individual who's provided the details, it's been checked out, we know who he is, we know where he lives, it's provided the details, it's been checked out, we know who he is, we know where he lives, it's provided the details, it's been checked out, we know who he is, we know where he lives, it's not causing us any issues,
right,
then that's fine. So that's all I'm asking you for your details.
Right.
I'm not forcing you to give you your details.
No, I appreciate that. And can I take your details over, please?
You can take my collar number.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
2582,
And
892.
okay. The reason I'm a bit reluctant to give my details, to be quite honest, is because, and it's the reason why I've started wearing this as independent media, is because I've had an issue before with the police. Quite well, I'll be blunt. I got surrounded by 8 of them, right, and I ended up getting arrested, released without charge completely, right, just to waste my time because I wouldn't give them my details. Now, they got my details that time under duress, okay, and they had absolutely no reason to do so, but unless I've done something wrong, which if I have, then I'm quite willing to abide by the rules. I appreciate that.
Stop you from getting stopped.
No, I appreciate that. I mean,
the fact you were in media, you know, generally anyone who's presenting as a media representative, whether it's independent or for a company,
right,
generally provide the details so that we can document them for the reasons I've already given you. The fact you were in media, you know, generally anyone who's presenting as a media representative, whether it's independent or for a company,
right,
generally provide the details so that we can document them for the reasons I've already given you. The fact you were in media, you know, generally anyone who's presenting as a media representative, whether it's independent or for a company,
right,
generally provide the details so that we can document them for the reasons I've already given you.
if you like, okay. So I'd rather not give my details for that reason. I was down here a little while ago with a guy on the roof. I walked up the road there quite a way just to get some shots and some nighttime images and stuff. I do photography as well, so and on the way back I've just stopped here, get a couple of shots of cars coming up here on time lapse and stuff like that. I'll be going home in about 10 minutes, and that's it.
That's fine, that'll do for me. No worries, if you get stopped again, I can't really...
No, well, I've got your number. I'll just say to them I've spoken to yourself.
Yeah.
And then
they can explain, it shouldn't take some time as well, though, because...
Right.
It is what it is, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I don't mind being stopped tonight. That's what I'm doing. It's just that, you know,
The issue is, and you don't have to give us the details, it just helps us, do you know what I mean? I'm not going to do anything with the details, you don't have to give us the details, it just helps us, do you know what I mean? I'm not going to do anything with the details, you don't have to give us the details, it just helps us, do you know what I mean? I'm not going to do anything with the details, it's just to say, look, we've spoken with this individual,
right,
and this is who is cooperating with us. You know, it doesn't mean I'm going to circulate your details.
I get that.
And stuff.
No, totally get that. Totally get that, and I appreciate that you've been. Can I just say one last thing? I appreciate that you've been really cordial with me, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Some other officers aren't. Okay, and I'd rather just, you know, keep myself to myself. All right, no worries. Thank you. We blatantly know. Oh, I don't know why. Do you know what? This is why I need to get a dock for my phone to hold on my jacket, because while I'm holding it, it makes things really awkward, and I keep pressing the bloody button and turning it off. And it's because I've got all my cables. I've got a cable there, you know, that's into my power bank. I've got my lapel mic plugged in as well, and I keep getting, as you can see, I've got all these cables coming out of me. I look like a fucking robot, but yeah, I've got all this stuff going on, and I keep pressing the bloody button and turning it off, so I apologise for that. I will get better, I promise. mean, I can't imagine what he, what he needs my details for, what on earth he thinks that I might be up to, wearing a fucking Hi-Viz vest. Do you know what I mean? Oh, here comes another police car. So, yeah, here comes another one. Put that back in my pocket for the moment. Right, see, look, police car there just went absolutely straight past me, no problems, no issues at all, unless he's turning around now because I pointed my camera at him. No, he's not. Right, be back in a second, folks. I'll come back to that in a second.
My hero, my hero, my hero, my hero.
Oh, mate.
After you made your initial first video, the police station there,
Oh, yeah.
I went down 2 days later.
Did you?
Told them I was a photographer.
Yeah.
I waited half an hour at the police station. They eventually let me in, where there was an inspector and 3 or 4 other coppers.
Right.
And I then proceeded to say that I was concerned that I take photographs as well, and that they'd arrested you under Section 44, completely disillusioned act that no longer exists.
Yeah, no longer exists.
What kind of idiot inspector is still trying to enforce acts that no longer exist? I should have seen the faces on them arguing with me inside. They were saying, you don't understand, we've got concerns for our safety. And I said, so you then use, fear of they were under, what they eventually did,
Section 50,
yeah,
because of basically Section 50 is under like a public order act.
Yeah, so I said, so you basically done them on a Section 50, saying that you felt in fear and intimidated. Yeah. I said that is ridiculous, because the law is not open to interpretation. The chief constable has specifically said that not to do this, and he showed you the letter saying that, and you were just determined to do them. Well, we've got concerns about our safety. You don't understand the threats we face. I said, I do, but guess what? The legislators who made the photography laws, they know the threats that you're under, and they decided it should still be legal.
Of course.
And you've gone ahead and done him because you didn't like the fact that you didn't have the authority over him.
Yeah.
And he spent about half an hour arguing with me. Then he started getting really irate, the inspector.
As they do.
And I said, well, at the end of the day, mate, I said, you're trying to enforce laws that don't exist. So basically what you're doing is you're making up your own laws.
Yeah, well, it's opinions. That's what it is. They're enforcing their opinions.
So if something is legal, as long as it doesn't offend someone. So if me playing football in the park offends someone, it suddenly becomes an illegal act. Completely, utterly ridiculous.
Well, this is one of the things I'm working on at the moment. Are you a subscriber to the channel?
I watch it all the time. Yeah, I've seen quite a few of them.
Well, I'm working on something at the moment, putting together a, you've got the gay pride thing.
Yeah.
Well, in America, they're starting up this straight pride. Yeah. Well, I'm starting one up called fucking free speech pride. Yeah. And that's what I'm doing at the moment. I'm building a website at the moment, which I'm having done, and I'm gonna get marches going. I'm gonna get everything. I'm gonna make it a point that the fact that we shouldn't get arrested for saying to someone, fuck off, you idiot. Yeah. Or for saying you're a man when you look like a man and talk like a man, even though you identify yourself as a woman. Don't get me wrong, got nothing wrong with people being what they want to be. Yeah. But when people start using the law for their favour, just to piss people off, that's got to stop.
So same as some of these religious groups do now as well.
Exactly.
We take offence at it, therefore it shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah.
You know, as you say, offence is something that's taken, it's not something that's given.
Exactly. I've just been stopped, actually.
I just saw them. That's why I had a job in there, but they never turned up. That's why I just come back. I was actually going to come out and get my camera out. He's trying to get my name out of me again. That'll be up on the fucking YouTube tomorrow. But he's trying to get my name out of me. And I said, look, mate. I said, I'm not being funny. I said, I've had this before. I said, I'm not going through it again. You're not having my name. Yeah. All right. Unless I've done something wrong, then I'll put my hands up and I'll follow the rules. But until then, you can call. I said to him, you can call me media. Yeah. So I said to him, actually, I'll give us your details. He goes, well, you're not having my name. You can have my number. And I went, no, do. So that's fine. Have your number. And I said to him, like, I came up here earlier because there was a bloke on the roof, wasn't there, earlier? Oh, I don't know, was there?
Oh, damn, yeah. Huguemont.
I haven't been out long. I've only been
no,
out an hour,
it's been all over like Liverpool Echo. I fucking hate them as well. But it's been all over the Liverpool Echo. So I come up here early. There was a bloke on the roof. But unfortunately, when I got the notification for it, it said the notification was 20 minutes old. I've come up here and it's all fucking over. So I just thought to myself, well, while I'm up here.
What happened? Did anything come of when they were harassing you on Facebook or whatever? Did anything come of that?
No.
You said it was setting up all false accounts and all kinds of anything.
That was on YouTube. I was getting loads of people with like what I call them blag accounts because they've got no likes, no subscriptions, none of their own content and no picture.
Yeah. And
they're all generic names as well. So I was getting loads of them, and they were just being abusive and stuff like that. So I went down. I ended up. Now I'm not. I couldn't give a shit what people say to me. Do you know what I mean? But because I'm certain that they were police, because one of them mentioned something that only one policeman and me knew. Nobody else in the world knew. So
at the time, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I went down to Bootle. That was in March. I went to Bootle. I still haven't heard nothing. I will get an inspector to call you. I still haven't heard nothing. I made a video about that the other week. I'm not asked. I just wanted to see whether or not they would do something.
And they took about 30 or 40 minutes before they came and opened up the police station there, and eventually let me in. And as I say, there were about 3 or 4 coppers there, and then the inspector came out, and I made a point of saying, how can you have someone at the rank of inspector trying to enforce laws that was, you know?
Well, that's what he said when I got the footage from my subject access request. You actually see there's 3 or 4 of them all come and huddle up while I'm being questioned and spoken to by the gates. All 4 of them went and huddled up, and they're all saying, like, I mean, I can't remember the exact words, but it's basically they're saying, right, what can we do him for? And then one of them turned around and said, well, he's refusing to give his details. So if he ain't going to give his details, if we pull out section 50 and he refuses, we can nick him. And that's what they did. But it's all been dropped. This is the thing. They took me in. I was in the cell for 3 or 4 hours. I'm suing them for it.
It's just their way of pissing you off, though, isn't it? We'll inconvenience them as much as we can. We know we can't nick them for nothing, but we'll inconvenience them as much as possible. Even if it gets dropped in the end, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm surprised I haven't stopped to say why he parked there. This officer's got nothing else to do. But no, the officer that stopped here, I mean, he came round the corner and he stopped here, and I just looked down the road. I just didn't even look at him. And then he's come down, turned round and stopped here. And he's like, you all right? I went, yes, thanks, mate, you all right? And he went, yeah. I said, good. And that's it. That's all I said. What are you doing then, mate? I said, well, it was obvious. I'm trying to catch some pictures and some footage of the cars coming up the road, I said to him. And he goes, well, because you're outside the police station. I was like, oh, fucking hell, chestnut. If I'm on public...
It's as if them being pissed off is more important than anyone else being pissed off. If you phone someone up and said, excuse me, there's someone by my house with a camera standing in the street, you wouldn't be asked about it. Not on the same level as police.
Yeah.
It can't do it to us.
Secure facility, they call it, but if it's a secure facility, then why have they got it so close to a public right of way, and why haven't they got a fucking great wall around it? That's my argument. But
and even if it is security, you're still allowed to photograph from a public place anyway. So what difference does it make?
Yeah, there's a certain few places like under the Official Secrets Act, and they have what they call a red line.
Yeah.
They have a red line around it. You're not allowed to cross that line, but you can stand outside that line.
Give notifications, show where it is, and say.
Yeah, well, the line's actually painted. It's like a yellow line sort of thing. But you can still take photos if you're the other side of that line of the building that's under official secrets.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And you know, and these ain't got fuck all.
I was watching one the other day, and a guy had his cameras on a fucking big pole, and he was going over the walls. They were not happy. But I hate authority. I hate authority. I really do.
I don't mind it if they, if it doesn't go to their head and they use the authority that they've got properly.
The authority is never done equally. It's always in their favour.
Yeah.
It applies when it suits them, and it doesn't apply in other cases. And that's what injustice. I don't like injustice.
Yeah.
That's more the word. I hate
absolutely.
injustice. And but when I went to the station, I parked my car miles away because I thought.
Yeah. They'll be out.
Harass me to death on that. I'd get pulled every 5 minutes if they thought it was me who'd gone in or anything. So he said to me, "Can we have the details?" No, you can't. Police station. Why not? You don't have to. Why do I need to give you asking me for my details? I didn't even have a camera. Take it easy, boys.
Listen, mate.
Keep it going.
Listen, just quick, what's your name? I've caught you on here.
Yeah.
If you want, I can blur your face out of courtesy.
Ooh. Yeah, I just don't want, as I say, the cab. He was
Right.
harassing
Okay,
me.
no problem.
So-
No worries. If I've caught the cab as I've moved round,
Yeah.
I'll hide that. And if you want to blur your face, I'll blur your face out of courtesy.
Please, mate. Yeah.
Right, no problem.
Thanks very
Absolutely.
much.
No worries.
As I say, normally I wouldn't be worried.
That's fine.
Fuck them, but they harass us.
I wouldn't ask anyone that wasn't
Yeah.
polite to me. Do you know what I mean?
worries,
So,
mate. Thank
right,
you.
take it easy. Well, that was nice. Another fan. Another fan. I quite like this. Getting noticed in public, like. I didn't want to. I mean, my phone camera was off there, and I didn't want to take it out and start putting it in his face, like, because he's a decent lad. Do you know what I mean? You know, he's been nice. You know, he spoke to me nicely, and he's a fan. So, out of courtesy, I didn't put the camera in his face, and I'm going to blur his face out of this as well, as you can see.
Good night, all.